So a few weeks ago I was offered a depping gig by a bass playing colleague, and of course I wanted to help the guy out. He told me where the gig was, what the fee was, what the band was, and he then mentioned that the parking might be a problem. Now normally in London parking is always a problem, but at least you can get your equipment to a venue in your car, drop it off and then park your car. But this gig happened to be at Boxpark in Wembley on a match day. So getting your vehicle anywhere close to the venue is going to be really tricky. So this video shows you how I got around that problem. If you carry on watching, you'll see exactly what I did. As well as the whole area being pedestrianised, parking in that vicinity is almost impossible. You can pay extortionate amounts of money in official car parking, but as a musician, that's the last thing you want to be doing. So in this video you will see how I got around this problem, basically going from where I live in northwest London, parking at a local tube station and getting my backline and my bass and all my leads, cables, pedals, everything else all in one bag, and got to the gig and did it. So we're travelling from Ickenham tube station in northwest London, actually not that far, to Wembley Park tube station. So why don't you join me? See what the journey was like, see what the gig was like, and then did I get back in one piece? I hope you enjoy the video. We're on the tube today. Slightly different. I've never done one of these, taking your bass cab in on the tube and public transport. So bass on my bag, leads, pedals. Here's the amp or a cabinet. So ideally I would have used a 210 today, which would have made getting it here a bit easier, but we're on a fairly huge stage, so better get on the tube. I'll catch you at Wembley. Take it easy. Alright, phase one complete. We've got to Wembley, it's a good start. So just got off the tube, first time I've ever done that. It was doable, just 2x10 would have been easier, 212 is the way it is. So get to the venue, set up, and then we've got to hang around for 3 hours. So I will catch you when I'm in there. That was fairly painless. It took about 5-10 minutes. So I thought it was going to be a lot of grief, but actually it's not too bad. The worst bit is getting in and out of your car at the tube, and where it all started. But there we are. We're here at Boxpark on a nice sunny day. We're here for a 2 o'clock setup, sound check. Gig at 5, finish at 7, hopefully home by about 8:30. Jobs are good. So I'll keep you posted how it's all going. There we go, we're in at last. It's warm, put it that way. So thank God I brought a spare t-shirt. So we'll see how we go rocking this lot up at about 5 o'clock. So by that time the stadium will be empty and it'll all be going on. Catch you later. Here I am at Boxpark in Wembley, Sunday, end of May. It's not that busy at the moment, but it will be shortly when the hordes come out of Wembley Stadium. So I'm going to show you what we're doing today. So playing with a band called Brainscape, and we're playing Boxpark for the fans. So because we're in Wembley, it's a match day, parking is absolutely hellish. Parking in Wembley, as long as I can remember being alive, is usually hellish, but now so much of it is pedestrianised, and during match day events, or if there's a big concert on or what have you, basically lots of the roads get closed down. So trying to get to a venue that's slap bang in the middle of kind of the Wembley complex is tricky, to say the least. So when I got offered this gig about a week ago, I was looking at the parking options and I thought, no, this isn't going to work, is it? So I've never done the bass speaker on a trolley on public transport before. Well, I have today. And I wasn't sure how it was going to pan out. So it's a fairly sizable venue, as you can see. The stage is very thin but wide. There is some monitoring, but don't know how it's going to work. We're providing a PA that then goes into the house system. Again, don't know how this is going to pan out. So ideally I probably would have just bought a 2x10 Neo cab, a super light neodymium speaker, but I was told no, you might need something a little more hefty. I've never played here before, so I bought a 212. So I've got an Aguilar SL212 with me, There we go. So that's come on the trolley. So parked up at the tube, put the speaker onto the trolley, bungee cords all around it, keep it secure. So what else am I bringing? So I've got my Status Empathy, because that's been featured on the Bass String Experiment series. This is gig number 37. So these strings have been on since the end of July 2022. And all the gigs that I've been able to use this bass on, it's had those strings, they haven't changed. So the Empathy's in here, doing its thing. Pre-show warm-up, of course. So what have I used amp-wise? Well, I was going to bring an AG700 Aguilar, but I just thought there is no way I'm going to fit that in the gig bag with the bass, and I didn't want to bring extra hand luggage. It's going to take one hand to carry the trolley and one to keep the bass steady. So I've gone, and this will be controversial. So I'm using a Trace Elliott Elf amp today, which is very small, very bijou, 200 watts. Very underpowered for this cabinet, but that's fine. I don't think I'm going to have to push it too hard. The joy of the Elf, and the reason I say controversial is lots of people say you can't use those on gigs. Yes, you can. I've done many a gig with this Elf and a 2x12 cab, different brand of 2x12 cab. I used to use it with an EBS Neo 212, but anyway, it's with an Aguilar SL212 this afternoon. So the joy of the Elf, let me just quickly show you. So for bass lovers out there, so this is the Elf. So 3-band EQ, gain, master volume. It's a jack output into a speak on output on the cabinet, DI there if we're going to need it. The real joy about this amp is you can fit it in your back pocket. Watch. You think I'm joking? I ain't. Are you ready? The amp fits in your back pocket. It's that small, so it fits in the gig bag perfectly. So what I'm doing, going from the bass to a tuner pedal, Boss TU2, and then because tunings could change today, and also just to give myself an octave effect, I bought the Digitech drop pedal, which is there. Hope you can see that. Let's just do that drop. So the pedals will be going on the floor eventually, but the rest of the band haven't set their gear up yet, so rather than have people traipsing all over my cables, I'll keep it on the amp for now. And that's it. So bass to tuner to Digitech drop into the Elf. That's it. What could go wrong? Microphones aren't. It could go wonderfully or not. We'll see. But the journey here wasn't too bad. The worst bit was getting out the car into the tube station at Ickenham, and then getting on the platform, getting on the train. Other than that, it's been great because there was a lift here at Wembley. I haven't got to park a car. I haven't got to worry about loading in and out. The drummers tried loading in. He couldn't get that close to the venue because the police have shut off all the roads. Advice, kids, don't be a drummer, be a bass player. It's far easier. There we go, gig done. Back of the tube, it is 8:05. Not bad going. So it's the first time I've done this kind of trip with the speaker on the trolley. It's alright, it could have been far, far worse. We wouldn't want to be doing a big old walk from the tube to venue, but this was alright. Thankfully around here it's very pedestrianised, so there's lots of slopes instead of steps. It was alright, it's alright. Could, like I say, could have been far, far worse. But gig was good, crowd were great. They'd won, so they were happy. So it was all good. So about to get on the tube. get back in the car, go home, watch Match of the Day, and have a drink. You deserve one. And while I'm there on the gig's coming for tomorrow with a different band, Function, Essex, tomorrow evening. So I've got a load of learning to do before I go to bed tonight. So back at the Tube, done, finished, home time, long drink, watch the football. I deserve it. It's been a frantic weekend and it's not over yet. I've still got one more to do tomorrow. So a bit of depth learning for me tonight, tomorrow morning. Here we go off and do another one tomorrow afternoon. But it's all good. It's all good. So thank you for watching. The crowd was great. Management, venue were happy. All good. Here we are. So I will bid you farewell. Thanks for watching. Hope it was entertaining. Maybe. But yeah, have a great evening. Take care. See you soon. Take it easy.